From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, July 30th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Bush's has over 4,000 Michigan products, including the freshest fruit and vegetables, meat, seafood, and baked goods. Stop by one of Bush's 16 locations for the personal service you expect from your neighborhood grocer.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Kristen Seamus. It was a wedding gift no one expected when they celebrated at a Downriver banquet hall. But the Wayne County Public Health Division says at least 5 people who attended a July 18th wedding reception at Crystal Gardens now have COVID-19. Warning that coronavirus could have spread to others at the event, the Health Division now urges anyone who attended to self-quarantine. They should also call the Public Health Division at 734-727-7078 and get tested for coronavirus as soon as possible. Mort Meisner, a spokesman for Crystal Gardens, says between 100 and 125 people attended the sit-down lunch reception in a banquet hall that can hold up to 1,200 people. Social distancing was practiced, and there was no dancing. Still, county health officials allege Crystal Gardens violated Governor Whitmer's executive order limiting indoor gatherings to no more than 10 people and outdoor gatherings to 100 people. However, Meisner says Crystal Gardens shouldn't be treated any differently than restaurants in Michigan, which now operate at 50% capacity. When asked whether Crystal Gardens would be penalized for violating the order, the County Health Division spokesman said only that the investigation is ongoing.
I'm Susan Tompour, and I'm a columnist with the Detroit Free Press. A Metro Detroit woman had a game plan to pay off $23,000 in credit card bills. And then the pandemic hit. She lost 2 extra jobs that she had used to pay off her debt. Rocky economic times mean that many consumers who once depended on side hustles must find new solutions. Many people paid the bills by working 2 or 3 jobs before the COVID-19 recession hit, and now some jobs may not return. A Westland woman was fortunate in that she had paid off more than $8,000 in credit card debt already. She had begun working with nonprofit credit counselor GreenPath Financial Wellness about 18 months ago. Unfortunately, the uncertain times mean that many people are stuck at a standstill. Yet financial experts warn that it's time to start thinking of a Plan B or a Plan C, especially now that some economists warn that we could face a double-dip recession ahead.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Eric D. Lawrence. Children keep dying in hot cars. The question is, what to do about it? The previous 2 years have seen the highest yearly number of deaths in this country, with 107 children dying in hot cars in that time. 13 have already died this year, with more getting into vehicles on their own, a likely effect of the pandemic, with more people being at home. Jenny Stanley lost her 6-year-old daughter Sydney in 2010. The little girl crawled into her family's Buick Enclave looking for a craft and died. Stanley and other safety advocates want a technological fix for this growing tragedy. They want systems that detect the presence of a child in a vehicle and alert the driver or others even when they are not nearby, rather than the approach favored by industry. Automakers have pledged to make rear seat reminder systems standard by the 2025 model year. Safety advocates call that inadequate.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department and an update from the Detroit Lions. The team is in the middle of its 3 rounds of testing for COVID-19 before allowing players into the Allen Park facility to take physicals and, eventually, start workouts. But since the team began reporting for testing on Tuesday, the Lions have placed 5 players on the COVID-19 list yesterday. They are wideout Kenny Golladay, who led the NFL in touchdown catches last year, tight end T.J. Hockenson, the team's first-round draft pick a year ago, cornerback Amani Awuwareye, safety Jalen Elliott, and punter Aaron Sipos. This means the players either have COVID-19 or are in close contact with someone who does. Sipos spoke to our Dave Burkett on Wednesday evening and said he was asymptomatic and can't even begin to figure out how he contracted the virus. Sipos said he should be fine in the coming days.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.